Sorry, the last video cut off, so this is going to be part two, how to remember you are a God. So in the last video, um, um, I think I was full. I had too many videos, so I had to make some space. So in the last video, I was talking about how, okay, let's just do a quick rundown, that ayahuasca only confirmed what I had already knew. I had already had an experience where I had already had that belief system. So in order to so what ayahuasca does is, she, like I said in the last video, she gives you what you already believe in. Okay. And so I was going into that experience. Let me see if there was something I wanted to say. Okay, so I was talking about my out of body experience, and it got cut off at one point. So I was basically saying that as soon as I remembered, I was filled with joy, and I was jumping and screaming and laughing, and I couldn't believe it. And I was gonna stay once I realized I was out of this illusion. I was like, I'm home, I'm happy. But I came back because I had other intentions here. I had intentions to have a family that was important to me, to create that here. So I believe that was the reason I came back. As soon as I thought of it, I was back in my body. But for a good while, I had full access to. See, when you're outside of the creation, the game, you really are omnipresent. You can be everywhere at once. And I remember experiencing that. I remember experiencing being in multiple dimensions and multiple creations, and it didn't feel crazy. I was completely aware of each thing. When our consciousness is, I guess, is opened up and expanded to being the gods again, we will see all the things that is possible that doesn't make sense to this human mind. And so during that time period, I remember I was making that noise, and that day I was telling the story of the day that the ayahuasca had given me that experience, that confirmation. I remember I was saying that my god brother had left for the day. He never leaves for the day, but it just worked out, because when I had that experience, I was extremely loud. I was screaming and I was laughing, like, laughter, and I was just rejoicing like the whole time. I was just rejoicing. It went, that experience, ayahuasca plant medicine experience lasts about 4 hours. This time it lasted like 8. Once I touched over the other side, I was in a different energy. I was in like this bliss and this unconditional love. Everything's possible. And so I feel like it was a great gift that I was able to bring back those memories with me. Now, as you come back into this human body, this human experience, it's a limited experience, so it'll cause you to kind of forget some of the things. So a lot of times I trigger memories when I start talking about it, when I meditate and remember on it. And so if you're trying to trigger memories, you want to, number one, you want to set intentions. Understand now, whatever your belief system is, that's what you're going to continue to create. Okay, so if you believe that a deity is your God and you have to worship, you have to get past that belief system. If you believe Jesus is your God, you have to get past that belief system. So the work that you can do on your end, but like I said, this is an experience between you and your higher self. Your higher self will show you when it's ready, when it's right. Like, you have a particular journey you set up on this planet. It might be, if you don't really know, it might not be time for you to know. But if you want to know, all you have to do is set intentions. Keep setting intentions. I would keep meditating about it. Keep listening to people who know they're a God, listening to YouTube channels like mine that, as I talk about my being a God and the things I remember, if you're on this journey, it should naturally trigger you a little bit to remember some things. And it'll come back a little bit at a time. The more you become in contact with people who are aware that they're gods, you will begin to trigger more memories then too. But, if you don't have them yet, know that, this is an experience that your higher self is creating. So, I would try to connect and just like don't give up. It might take a while. It took me a long time to get that experience. First of all, it took my whole life because that was 5 years ago when I first had that out of body, that dream, that out of body experience where I remembered. And then even when I started taking plant medicine, she didn't. She showed me because I believed it. She showed me, that I was God, but she didn't like take me home and have my full memories awaken until that one experience. But like, she'll show you that you're in control of everything, that everything is happening because of you, that you're manifesting your reality. She'll show you that over and over again in your visions with ayahuasca. But the truth is, you have to have that belief system first, or you may get whatever you believe in, or like ayahuasca is a vast experience. It's no guarantee you're gonna go outside of the creation. I'm gonna be honest. Going outside of creation, it could really mess up your game here. Some people who have this experience, they don't know how to integrate it. So they would come and they would feel like, well, everybody is me. This is crazy. Like they'll start feeling kind of crazy. See, when you come back into your human perspective, your human mind, your human body, your ego still wants to think very, very human like. And so it's an integration process. That's why I don't just out for recommend it like that. I feel like you should be on a journey. And if this is your journey and you're serious about your intentions and you're not just asking me this because, you're doubting Thomas and you just don't believe me, that's up to you, because if you don't believe it, you'll never ever see it. So you have to believe it first. So I guess that's my key advice about this experience is you have to get to the point where you believe that you are God, and then you have to be it. Believe that you are the energy and then be that energy. And the more you walk into it, the more natural law of attraction will start connecting you to the vibrations and frequencies that match that you are a God. So that's how it works. Um, Let me know how it's going for you. Like in the comments, do you remember you're a God? Are you trying to remember? Have you set intentions to remember? Since you set intentions, have you started remembering? Does my videos trigger you to remember? I'm really interested to know that. Like when I talk about my experience, do you feel like this home? Like you feel like something like it should feel like if you're on a journey, it should feel like you resonate with this naturally and you don't know why, right? You just feel drawn to it. That's kind of how this experience will work for you. And so I've already had a lot of people tell me that they do remember, and I'm sure they didn't take ayahuasca, and so you don't have to take it. It is a journey. It's a spiritual journey. Connect to yourself, set your intentions. You're a God of this reality, whether you believe it or not. You can manifest whatever you want, even if you want to manifest remembering you're a God. That's it for this video. If you are resonate with the things that I'm speaking about, please sign up for my email list in the description. And thank you for watching. Namaste.